Hey everybody, Brett Hadley with Real Word Productions here. Going to do a quick video on how to get Switcher Studio into Zoom. I've seen it a lot on the Facebook groups, asking how do I use Switcher with Zoom, and there's been different ways and different ideas people have had and different things work. I'm just going to show you how I do it. It's pretty quick and simple. The quality issue that I've been seeing people talk about is, when I go from Switcher to Zoom, Zoom seems to be less quality and fuzzy. I'm going to show you how I do it, and I haven't had that experience. I haven't suffered the loss of video quality if I do it this way, okay? So I'm just going to show you how I do it. So number one, you're going to need, obviously, an iPad running Switcher Studio. I've got mine set up as our example here, just with a real simple 2-camera setup. It's my front shot. Over here to the side, this is my quick side shot, just to show you, hey, I've got 2 cameras. And I guess also to show off the Christmas lights, which my 14-year-old daughter said I had to put up because it would put everybody in the Christmas spirit. So, Christmas spirit to all, yay. And it is festive. I like it. It's pretty festive. Anyway, so you're going to need Switcher Studio iPad. You're also going to need something running your Zoom. Doesn't matter at this point if that's a Mac or PC running Windows, because it's just running the Zoom, and Switcher is going to be running and be brought into it. So really doesn't matter if it's a PC running Windows or a Mac. And you're going to need an HDMI out from the iPad. I use this. It's your Apple device with HDMI, and it also has a power input. I always like to charge while I'm doing whatever, so I always make sure I get a power charge. So HDMI Lightning to go out of the iPad. Obviously, HDMI cable. And you're also going to need some type of HDMI video capture. And I know there's several options mentioned in the different posts. This is the one I use. It's a nice little USB to HDMI, and it takes the video input from HDMI, outputs it by USB. And I know some of you guys have talked about, oh, don't use USB because of the loss in quality. Again, that hasn't been my experience the way I'm doing it. I've had straight quality across coming from Switcher into Zoom. Actually, Zoom doesn't do as high quality as Switcher can. If you're running in director mode in Switcher, you can get, the 1080. Zoom, as far as my research goes, you can only run as high as 720 out. That's for all of us commoners and peasants. Now, if you're broadcast news or you're on an executive account or maybe a university type of account, you can request 1080 and they can do it. So Zoom can do it, but it's only for the upper echelon of users who request to use it. The rest of us must live with the 1080 720. So that's what I found. If I'm wrong, let me know. But so far, when I went on to Zoom themselves, that's what they told me. So anyway, let me show you how I set it up from iPad into Zoom and out to the world. Okay, here's how I set it up. I'm just going to take my HDMI Lightning adapter, and we're going to take the HDMI cable and plug it in. There we go. And then I take, obviously, the Lightning end, goes into the iPad. That. Then I take the other end of the HDMI cable and I plug it into the adapter. Then I take the USB, plug it into the USB on Mac. Okay. Now, all right, as far as settings go for Switcher Studio, a couple of them you want to make sure you get. One, go to your Outputs screen, Outputs tab there, go to Output Source, and make sure you choose whichever one you want. You can output the live feed, which would be just putting out to Zoom what you're broadcasting, or if like you're doing a demonstration for Switcher, you might put out the whole screen, and it will actually take the screen of the iPad and put it over. So whichever you're trying to accomplish, that's where you would tell, I want what I'm actually broadcasting, or I want to show the entire screen. Okay, for the Zoom side, come over to the machine you've got running Zoom, and you're going to open up Zoom. I'm just going to start a new meeting here, and right away you can see it's using my web camera on the Mac. So I'm going to go down to the video, I'm going to click here. USB camera is the one coming in from the iPad. So there's the live feed from Switcher right now. So this is what would be going out to Facebook if I was broadcasting. It's now coming into Zoom. And I can switch over and use here. I can look at my side shot. And there's my side shot. Run Switcher just like you normally would. If you have slides, bring up slides, come back to your live shot. However you're running on Switcher will now show up on Zoom, and it's your main input, okay? All right, so that's a real simple overview of how to get Switcher Studio into Zoom. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer anything that I can. And just real quick, if you're going the other way, you want to bring Zoom into Switcher Studio, you just open up Zoom on your Mac, and in this case you have to use a Mac because you're going to use SwitcherCast to get your MacBook into Switcher. And if you want to know how to do that, let me know, and maybe I'll make another video. That one's pretty simple. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions or need anything, and happy broadcasting.